Hey everybody, it's Nina, the baby chick. Thanks so much for joining us live again. I have been enjoying you guys joining us each week. We really try to make sure that we go on Facebook Live each week around the same day and time, so Thursday, and we're Central Time, so it's 1:30. So that way, whenever you are on Facebook, you know kind of a general idea of when we will be doing these videos. So anyway, it's always fun seeing you guys. Today I'm going to talk about the top 5 items or things that you should be splurging on during your pregnancy. And I would love to know, for everyone that's viewing, what were some of the things that you definitely splurged on during your pregnancy? Because I want to see if there's anything we would add to the list. So I'm going to talk about my top 5, but please join in, say hi. Any pregnant mamas or mommies out there, let us know what you're splurging on or that you did splurge on during your pregnancy. What was helpful, what wasn't. I would love to hear any of your feedback as well. So like I said, today we did a blog post all about the 5 things, the top things to splurge on during your pregnancy. So the number one, well, I'm gonna go backwards actually. So I'm gonna talk about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the number one thing being the most important. And I kind of put it in order for significance, but it may be different for you. So anyway, the number 5 thing that I would say splurge on, I really have loved getting to know and discover the company Outlet a lot because they have a brand new product. Actually, I think they're coming out with maybe a new product. I'm not sure. But Outlet is a monitor that you put, it's like a smart sock that you put on your baby's foot, and it monitors your baby's heart rate as well as the oxygen levels, and it notifies parents if there are any abnormalities with, you know, baby's breathing, which I think that's something that new moms freak out a lot about when they are bringing their baby home, is making sure that their baby is breathing. So I've helped so many moms, or hundreds of mothers, throughout their pregnancy, at their births, and when they bring their babies home. And when they bring their babies home, I think they are constantly checking on their little ones throughout the night to make sure that their baby is breathing throughout the night. So they put their hands over their mouth to make sure that they feel the air, or they'll even put like a little handheld mirror to make sure that there's some fog. It's fogging up the mirror a little bit to make sure that they're breathing. And that's kind of normal to freak out to make sure that your baby is okay. But you know, rest is so important for your recovery after you have a baby, and you definitely need sleep. Every mom, I think that's a big reason why in other countries they use, you know, sleep as kind of a torture. They'll keep you up for days and days because that is a form of torture. You'll start going crazy. And just giving birth, you really have to be able to relax, and it helps with the recovery and you feeling back to normal. So sleep is very, very important. So again, I thought the Outlet monitor is something that I would splurge on. It is a little expensive, but it gives you that peace of mind when you go to sleep that if anything were to happen, I'm gonna get a notification, it's gonna alarm me, and I'll wake up and be able to take care of baby. So then you can sleep a little bit better at night. So that's something that I would definitely spend a little bit more money on, is a good monitor to make sure that I'm sleeping well and that baby is sleeping well. So love that. So the other thing, the number 4 item that I would put on the list is a good mattress. So I don't think a lot of people think about how often they're renewing their mattress. I think it's like every 8 years you need to be updating your mattress. And once you have a baby, well, as you know, when you're pregnant, you're uncomfortable, you're trying to find the right position to sleep in, and sometimes maybe it's too firm or too soft and not giving you the support that you really need. So definitely during pregnancy, if it's around that 8-year mark or getting close to it, really invest in a good mattress. You're going to be sleeping better during your pregnancy and recovery after birth. You know, finding something that's going to keep you comfortable. Whether you co-sleep or not, it's important to have a really good mattress. Also, if a mattress is a little too much, because that is a big spend, again, that's a splurging item, getting a pregnancy pillow would be really great as well, just to make sure that you are as comfortable as possible. We're going to be linking some of the blog posts that we have written that talk about the owlet as well as a pregnancy pillow that I reviewed. So we'll be adding those to the video below, or the comments below. So anyway, definitely a good mattress that's going to help you get the rest and recovery that you need, because I don't think people realize how much a mattress can affect your sleep. So that was my number 4 item. So number 3, what was my number 3? A good stroller. Okay, we all know that strollers are quite pricey, and especially, you know, some of the ones that my clients are wanting, they're up there. They're pretty expensive. And some of them are like, I just can't do it. That's way too expensive. I'm not going to be able to, I just know I need to find something else. I'm going to go on eBay. I'm going to go on Craigslist. I'm going to find something else. And you know, that's an option. However, you really need to think about your stroller as an investment. This stroller is going to be carrying your child for the next couple of years. And not only that, it'll help maybe with the next child if you decide to have another baby. It'll help with the next. Hey guys, I don't know what happened right there. I think I got a call. I'm so sorry about that, but I hope that you guys are still joining me. Did I get cut off? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I was saying strollers. You definitely want to make sure that you have a really good, that you have the stroller that you want. So even if it's like, oh, I'm gonna be kind of making the plunge, bite the bullet and get the stroller that you want. Like I said, there are some great strollers out there that convert to 2. So I mean, I can think of a couple already, and I actually wrote a post about the best city strollers for moms and the best strollers for suburban moms, so you can kind of get some more information if you're wanting some info on what is the best stroller to get for me. So yeah, definitely think about getting the stroller that's best for you, because it's a good investment, something that will grow with your family, and you'll be grateful that you did. So that was my number 3 thing that I put to splurge on. So guys, don't forget, please let me know on the comments below, what are some of the things that you splurged on during your pregnancy? I really want to know. I want to know what was helpful, what was something that you splurged on that was silly and you shouldn't have done. Yeah, so please let me know. So the second thing that I would splurge on as well is cord blood banking as well. So there's actually some different options that are available. There's cord blood banking, there's cord tissue banking, and there's actually now placenta tissue banking. And it may sound silly and you may think, oh, well, that's not necessary, but there's more and more studies that are coming out that are showing what is treatable and preventative and can cure with the stem cells that you bank from cord blood and cord tissue and placenta tissue. And not only that, it's actually helping, you can bank it, and not only is it good for that one child, but it could help, you know, your other children, their siblings, or their grandparents, or even you. Actually, your placenta is 100%, you know, you. So if there's something that happens down the line that you are not, you know, having the best health, they're coming out with more and more things that these stem cells can help cure. So I have done research and really thought about it, and I know that it is quite a splurge, but there are some great companies out there. I actually have been working with AmeriCord, and they have a really reasonable price, and they get about 3 to 4 times more stem cells than some of the other companies do, and there aren't any hidden fees. And I just think of it as an insurance policy that you are getting for your family, not only just for that one. And if something were to come up, you would be so grateful that you decided to bank your baby's cord blood or cord tissue or placenta tissue, because you were able to use it down the road to help your child or other children or family members. So that's something that I think is really wonderful, and something that I think more parents need to do their research on, because I think that they're like, well, we won't need it. There's really not that many things that it can cure. Said when I found AmeriCord and I really learned more about the company and their pricing, which is way lower than some of the other options, I was really pleased with what I found, and I think that it's definitely something that I would splurge on, just to have that, again, peace of mind, knowing that if anything were to happen, if you know, not everyone is blessed with perfect health during their lifetime. So being able to have that is such a blessing. I'm so grateful that we live in a day and age that technology, you know, can help us with those type of things. So definitely look into that. I think that that's something that I would really splurge on. Kara said DockATot for a travel bed. Also, it's easy to tote around the house for naps. I totally agree. I'm obsessed with the DockATot, Kara. I cannot agree more. I actually love, I think it's the deluxe and then it's the grand. And I'm constantly telling people, hey, it's perfect because then you can use it at home, but then when you travel, you can bring it with you, and it's a familiar setting and smell for your baby, and the grand grows all the way, you know, for toddlers to use. So definitely love that product. Thanks for commenting, Kara. I appreciate it. So yes, so we're now to the number one thing that I believe every single parent should be splurging on during their pregnancy and after baby, and that is help and support. Some people, when I say that, they probably are thinking, help and support, what does that mean? Is that like therapy or a housekeeper? And yes, it could be those things. Those are definitely things that can help, because once you have a baby, you know, it gets a little more challenging to find the time to take care of you and to take care of the family around you and to take care of the house, let alone just like get a shower or make yourself lunch. So to be able to find someone that can help with maybe cleaning the house, even if it's just one time, I totally recommend asking people, you know, yeah, if you can donate for us to have a housekeeper once a month, or even if it's just one time, that's one less time that you have to do that. So I definitely recommend that. Or help and support could be a birth doula or a postpartum doula. So a birth doula is kind of like your, I would call, personal assistant that helps you throughout your pregnancy, at your birth, and immediately postpartum. So if you have questions or you know, are wondering when to go to the hospital when you're in labor, and wanting someone to massage you and keep you comfortable and let you know the options that are available to you every step of the way, having that support is priceless. And a postpartum doula helps you with those things, that informational, emotional, and physical support after you have a baby. So having a postpartum doula, I think so many people focus on, okay, I have to get through birth. I have to be able to, you know, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have a baby, I need to focus on what childbirth is gonna be like. Am I gonna have a C-section or a vaginal birth? And I need to prepare for that. But they don't necessarily think and plan and prepare too much for what life will be like after baby. So having that help and support and splurging on that during your pregnancy to be prepared for what life is going to be like after baby is key. It's definitely key. So a postpartum doula is someone who will come to your home and help you with breastfeeding or bottle feeding, sterilizing your bottles, helping you with baby wearing or what products you have and how to use them, how to pull out your breast pump and how to use it, how to get baby, or how to give baby his or her first bath, swaddling, burping, trimming baby's nails, making sure that you're getting lunch. She'll make you a sandwich. She'll make sure that you go take a shower or take a nap. She really takes care of you and makes sure that this transition is as easy on you as possible, and letting you know what's normal and what's not normal with baby. So having that support, again, I think we've lost the whole it takes a village to be able to have a baby or to be able to raise a child. And when you have support around you, whether that's your mom or your sister or a postpartum doula or someone to be able to come in and help you throughout the day and get used to this new adjustment, because your hormones are trying to regulate, you're trying to get back to your normal self. Yeah, those are all the things that you need to be focusing on and resting and having that type of support after you have a baby. So that's something. And then also, you know, baby blues and postpartum depression are extremely common. They're not really talked about, and if you have them, it does not make you a bad mom. It really doesn't. It's something that happens, but prevention is key, and that's what I tell every mom. And I feel like I tell a lot of moms, like, you are not the first mother who has told me this, that, you know, you're not feeling completely in love, or you're not immediately bonding because you're tired and you just had a baby, and you need to be able to have some help and get some support. So even if talking to a therapist or a counselor or something like that, again, establishing that support and having that ready during your pregnancy, so after baby, you are prepared. I think that that's super important. And yeah, so those are the things that also a babysitter. If you have older children, you know, having people chip in for you to have a babysitter every now and then, so you can have that alone time with your newborn. Or if you do have, you know, your new baby, sometimes 24/7 with your child will, you know, drive anyone insane. You have to have some you time. The best moms are the ones that also take the time to take care of themselves. You can't always be constantly giving. There's, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be able to take care of yourself, give back to yourself. So get a babysitter and, you know, be able to get a manicure and pedicure, or get your hair done, or just to go to the gym, or something to allow you to breathe and feel like you for a little bit. So then that way you can come back home and be with your baby and be 100% there and fully present. So again, those are things that help and support, and getting that all set and ready during your pregnancy. Yes, those things can be a little expensive, making sure you have a babysitter or a housekeeper or a doula or a therapist, those things, but those things are key, I think. So anyway, those are my top 5 things that I recommend people splurging on during their pregnancy. So I want to make sure if there are any other comments that I missed. I'm going to scroll through. Amanda said, my housekeeper was my lifesaver. I don't blame you. Yeah, Amanda, definitely. Again, when you have a clean house, I feel like you have a clean mind. You just feel so much lighter and better, and with a newborn, that definitely helps. So definitely agree. And Amanda Rackison, yes, thank you for joining, Amanda. I appreciate it. And then Heather said, boppy pillows, not really a splurge. Yeah, they're not really a splurge, but they're definitely helpful. I've actually written a post in the past, which will make a little comment on Heather's comment, sharing how to use your boppy pillow more than just, you know, with breastfeeding. So that's definitely something that you can spend. So totally agree, Heather. So anyway, I think those were the comments that I had seen. Owlet Kara had mentioned, yes, totally agree. Perfect. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you again for joining us. I'll keep checking our comment section below. So again, would love to hear the things that you splurged on, things that made life easier for you. We have moms that join our videos, you know, later and watch them later. So any of your tips are always so helpful, and we're so appreciative because we really try to create a community that supports women and mothers with different options and resources that are available to them. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you guys next week. So thanks again for joining, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.